Sure, there's potential hits for 2023, including Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and Doom, but they aren't going to match the totals of the previous three. In other words, it's not enough because the numbers are inflated. It's not enough. It's not enough.
Hey, I'm Pops, and yes, he's right. And I purposely wanted the thumbnail, that image, and the callback to that video. Gary had hit the nail on the head about all the financial stuff and what Disney was doing, and Bob Iger and Chapek and all these things. And with Guardians of the Galaxy, this is kind of the death knell for me because I see there's no way this isn't hitting. It's even worse than we thought it was going to be. So let me explain. Guardians of the Galaxy has been described to me by the normies as sort of the last hurrah. And you have heard, like I said, if you go, the link is in the description to Gary's video, and he goes through the financial stuff and the decisions and Disney and Marvel, Star Wars, all the different things that are happening. He was 100% right that this was from 3 months ago, right? So fast forward what we've had since then, right? Mando was a massive failure compared to the expectations and where like season 1 was to season 2. It's like there's a massive fall off and people are just not interested. They're just apathetic about it. And people that are going to watch some of that stuff are just going to binge it. So when we get to Guardians, the box office numbers come in. Now, as of today, at the recording of this, which is Tuesday, it was not at 300 million for the worldwide at the open. Now, I don't think Monday's numbers were in yet, but there's little interest compared to some of the other projects because you had goodwill from Spider-Man into Doctor Strange. You had interest in the Guardians of being these likable characters that we've grown to love, and let's see their last adventure together, right? But it's 2.5 hours long. The reviews are very mixed, mine as well. I have had people after the fact ask me a little bit about my thoughts on it. I'm trying to be honest. Like, I think it's okay. And it is probably among, if not the best things that have happened in the last couple of years. And that is not saying a lot. And then the death knell is this: the finances are down, the numbers and interest are down. And James Gunn, who has done arguably, I think accurately, the two things that are the most successful, Guardians 3 and the holiday special, is exiting the company to go work on the competitors' stuff. How do you fix if the company is so out of touch and disillusioned to what the fans want? And I'd encourage you to watch this video that Gary did, the one I'm referencing, because he's going through this track record that extends back for quite a while. And if it's so bad that they don't even understand that the only guy that has made decent content for them is leaving and it's gone, he's already promoting that material. People are asking him about that, not Marvel stuff. No one is going to the premiere and the red carpet of Guardians and asking him about how this fits in the MCU or what do I think the future will be. No one cares. They're asking about Superman Legacy. They're asking him about the DC projects and which ones will come first and who they'll cast, which Guardian actor or actress will come over and play a DC thing. That reflects so badly on Disney that everyone cares more about which actor or actress from Guardians will now be in the DC universe, that they don't want to stay or come back or find a way to come back. If you can't see this all as like not one red flag, but a sea of red flags, the leadership is messed up. It has changed radically. Star Wars is messed up. Marvel is messed up. The key creatives are not hitting any of the marks. Like which product has been like, we're in a sea of it's okay, right? Does anyone think that Guardians 3 is so radically better than its predecessors? I mean, sure, some people are arguing, well, it's comparable to 2, or I didn't like 2, I like this one a little bit better. Okay, fine, but those are a massive step down to 1, which was a classic film. Has anything competing with the, like, not the top tier, but what is in the next level, right? So you go through your list of these are the favorites, whatever. What is it that's from the last, we now have 2 years of release material, even stuff that dates back prior to that with Black Widow and stuff. But let's just take Black Widow to now. TV shows, movies, whatever. What is in the second group of good? Maybe this one, maybe Guardians 3, maybe the holiday special. What, Werewolf by Night? Moon Knight? Are any of those knocking your socks off? And if they were, where is the merch? Where is the enthusiasm in the t-shirts and the buzz, the trending? Not the trending on the day of the release. I'm talking about the trending a month later. I don't get the Avatar Way of the Water thing. It didn't work for me. But you can't deny that it for some reason had serious staying power. And it would be trending, it'd be talked about, good, bad, or otherwise. That conversation lasted. None of that's been happening. There might have been some weekly trendings because episodes were dropping on Disney Plus, but none of that had any staying power. By the time you got to the other product or the following week, no one was going back other than hatred. You know, what have they been known for in this phase? Lizzo in Mandalorian, She-Hulk twerking. That's what they're known about. And then to make it all worse upon worse is the trailer before Guardians teases the next Marvel thing, and it is Brie Larson in the Marvels. Doomed. When Gary called it doomed, he is, in my opinion, he was underselling it. It is already doomed. It is already dead. It's going to take a while because they have so much money and there's such a massive machinery for it to deteriorate. Because it's not even in hospice yet. It's just been diagnosed as terminal, in my opinion. And there's no signs of any of the treatments working. Hiring some random writer for some movie that we may or may not get 2 years from now doesn't change anything. I can't point to anything I can tell you that's going to turn something around, right? What the Black Cat movie called what? New World Order? Yeah, that's not divisive, right? The Marvels is a complete. If Guardians can't get butts in the seat, do you think that Brie Larson trailer does? I mean, are you kidding me? Like if you didn't, and by the way, think about the normie. They're like, oh, we'll go to a movie, watch a Marvel movie, be entertained, right? Marvel's maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe they'll knock my socks off and write some intro that definitely explains it better. Because even with Guardians, you had to kind of watch the holiday special to get a couple pieces, or you were going to miss out. The Marvels, if you didn't watch the shows, how do you know who Miss Marvel is? How do you know what Monica Rambeau's deal is? How do you know any of this stuff? This isn't like the old days where you would pick up the pieces on Cap and Iron Man, and they would have these time would be spent to evolve the story in with Avengers, and then they would kind of evolve again with Avengers Ultron, having them in action together. Winter Soldier does this. This is a mess. Doomed undersold it. Where do you hang your hat on anything going well with this company right now? And to me, Guardians is the death knell prognostication of how bad this is. So that's my take. I'm sure some of you disagree with me. There's the comment section. As I said, I would recommend you, if you didn't see Gary's video and understand more of like the prelude to what I'm saying, I think that it will be more indicative. Like he really goes into, I mean, I just took a little tiny piece near the end of his video, but all this financial, this track record, bad, all this stuff he lays out there is so spot on that points to this moment where this could be a little bit of a turning of the needle. It's not only not doing that, the guy that actually gave them something that could have given them a little bit of hope, he's gone. The actors and actresses are one step out the door. Now they're completely out the door now. The movie's done. Anyway, that's my take on it. You guys tell me what you guys think. I'm Pops.
Right? And I'm not playing no